Namaskar everyone. I am Shweta Dubey, your host for Atlanta Dunia podcast Parikrama. Let us talk about love. माँ का प्यार, बहन का प्यार, कभी कभी दुल्हन का प्यार, तेरे प्यार के रंग हजार, हो बसंती रानी। ये गाना है खुद्दार मूवी का, जिसमें अमिताभ बच्चन साहब जी अपनी टैक्सी, जिसका नाम उन्होंने बसंती रानी रखा है, को इजहार कर रहे हैं अपने लव का, अपने अफेक्शन का, अपने अट्रैक्शन का। और बिलीव और नॉट, ये टैक्सी भी सब समझती है। जी हाँ, आपने बिल्कुल ठीक समझा। आज हम बात करने वाले हैं वैलेंटाइंस डे पे। फरवरी शुरू हो चुका है, ऑब्वियसली चर्चा तो बनती है। तो चलिए अब हम चर्चा शुरू करते हैं लव पे। आई हैव इनवाइटेड few guests and also requested them to share their thoughts, and I'll ask them few questions related to love. So without further ado, let me have my guests introduce themselves and let us hear from them. So let's start. Divya ji, let's start from you. Please go ahead and introduce yourself to our listeners.
Hey, hi everyone there. It's my pleasure to be here today and talk to you all about what is love. और श्वेता जी आपको और आपकी टीम को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद इस अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए। मेरा नाम दिव्या पाठक है। मैं अटलांटा में अराउंड 13 इयर्स से हूँ एंड बाय प्रोफेशन आई एम एन आर्किटेक्ट एंड इंटीरियर डिज़ाइनर एंड वास्तु कंसल्टेंट एंड दैट्स ऑल। आई लव पेंटिंग, आई लव राइटिंग पोएम्स, I love to sing sometimes here and there, and इस तरह की जितनी भी एक्टिविटीज होती हैं, I love to be part of it. Thank you, Shweta.
Very nice, Divya ji. I'm very excited to talk to you. So let's call out our next participants for tonight's podcast. That would be Manasi ji. Manasi ji, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Shweta, so much for this opportunity. And hello, everybody. My name is Manasi Bhor. That's my maiden name, and my last name now is Manasi Chitre. And I'm here in Atlanta for past 11 years. By profession, I'm a food safety consultant and a trainer. And I also love doing theater, so I do a lot of theater activities here in Atlanta. I do a lot of Marathi theater right now, but my background is into English literature, and I have done some Hindi too. So it's a mix of Hindi, English, Marathi theater that I have done throughout my life.
Very nice. We have some talented people tonight with us. I am very excited. Sushma, can you please tell our listeners a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure, Auntie. So my name is Sushmaa Neelagaru. I am 23 years old. I just got engaged about 4 months ago to my fiance, who was my boyfriend all through college for about five and a half years before we got engaged. So we're currently in the process of actually closing on our first home tomorrow and wedding planning and all that fun stuff. But educational background about me is I have a degree in marketing and risk management, but I went into being a software consultant, so I travel a lot for work. And then I'm also a social media independent contractor for a lot of local Atlanta businesses. Personality-wise, like when it comes to wedding planning, I'm super nitpicky and like need everything perfect. So that's just a little bit about me.
Brilliant. Love is pouring out on you, Sushma. Congratulations on your new achievements and good luck for the life. So moving on to the next participants. Mr. Ashish, you were with us today. Can you please tell our listeners a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Thank you for inviting me on this show, Shweta. So hello everyone, my name is Ashish Agarwal, and I'm an IT professional living into United States since last 11 years, and I originally from India, Uttar Pradesh, and I'm a married person with 2 beautiful kids, and I'm excited to be here today and discuss this interesting topic of love.
Brilliant. What a wonderful opportunity I have today to talk to all of you talented people. Some is a poet, some is, doing brilliant stuff in their life, some is in art, some is in, everywhere. I feel like I am in love today. So without wasting a time, let me ask you a question about love. Do you believe in love at first sight? Sushma, can you please explain?
I don't believe in love at first sight. I believe in attraction at first sight, and that's what makes you want to get to know that person. I think that filmy stuff that you see in the movies is not relatable to real life. And no,
You're so right. You're so right.
Absolutely not.
Right. Well, I have a first love about food. Let me tell you that. If I see the food, yes, definitely that's the love at first sight. But that's about it. What about everybody else? Do you, Mansi, can you please tell us that if you believe a love at first sight?
I think, yeah, I do believe in love at first sight. I think, yes, I completely agree with Sushma that it's attraction at first sight, but, for love to happen, attraction has to be there. So, yes, I do believe in love at first sight.
Very nice. Ashish ji, आपका क्या take है इस मुद्दे पे?
Sure. So, Shweta, I would echo Sushma. I think love is a topic where it takes time before it evolves, before you really realize that, you are in love with that particular person. The first time, it's just an attraction, and attraction could happen with multiple people. So, yeah. So my view is, no, love doesn't exist at first sight.
Nicely said, Ashish जी. दिव्या जी, आपको क्या लगता है कि हमारे 3 पार्टिसिपेंट ने तो मेजॉरिटी ले ली है, अब आपको क्या लगता है, आपका क्या कहना है?
मैं इस बारे में I would again say the same thing कि love at first sight is something that is more too good to be a movie than a real life. And attraction होता है definitely, और एक नहीं बहुत होते हैं, and finally you settle down to a true love जो धीरे धीरे पता चलता है. When you start knowing a person, when you realize the qualities, and then you think, okay, a life with this person is possible. That's when the love thing comes, I guess. More attachment, that's what leads to love, in my opinion.
बहुत अच्छा कहा, बहुत अच्छे से कहा आपने दिव्या जी. ये बताइए कि आपको कभी ऐसा लगा, do you believe कि love changes you?
लव दो तरह से चेंज करता है. एक तो होता है कि आप ग्रेजुअली समय के साथ चेंज होना खुद ही शुरू हो जाते हैं, एंड दैट इज समथिंग यू डोंट फोर्स ऑन योरसेल्फ. सो आई गेस दैट्स द ट्रू लव, वेयर यू चेंज फॉर ईच अदर. एक दूसरे के लिए आप वो चेंजेस लाते हो. I do not agree with change that you have to make to love somebody, where you are forced to do changes, or because you want that person to love you, so you're changing yourself. So love changes you, but that change is something that you adopt yourself. It's not forced on you, and you will not realize that you have changed at all.
Interesting. Sushma, so I was asking Divya, as you heard, do you believe love changes you? You are a perfect candidate. You are in love. You are engaged. You are going to get married. You are committed to someone now, and you said you are buying a house now. So do you believe love changes you?
I think that if it's true love and the person loves you for who you are, then it changes you for the better. Makes you more motivated to reach your goals because you are trying to build a life together, whether that's like career-wise or personal goals. I definitely think it can change you for the better.
Very nice. Nicely said, Sushma. Are you a Generation X, Generation M, XYZ?
I'm a millennial.
Okay. I make the new generations fun all the time, you millennials. So, Mansi, what is your take on this question? Do you believe love changes you?
I personally feel love doesn't change anyone. Change in the sense, I'm looking at change like, change of a personality. So love doesn't change anybody's personality. But I look at change like, the way you feel that, okay, it's okay to adjust sometimes because you want that person so much that you're ready to make that adjustment, or you start getting adopted to certain, you're okay with that. So though you may not agree with certain thing, but then, because you feel for that person, because you want to make that person so happy, so you do that. It doesn't necessarily change you or your opinions, kind of. That is my take.
Right. Ashish ji, आप क्या सोचते हैं इस बारे में?
So Shweta, in my opinion, definitely it's not necessary to change for love or to love someone. but I have seen myself like changed a lot to get married with my love.
Right,
and I don't hate on this, right? I like it.
Right.
You know, I changed some of the stuff in my liking, some of the stuff which I used to hate eating in past, but now I love those. And those are good, actually. I mean, so to me, if you really ask me, Ashish, is love changed you? I would say yes, it did, and it did it for good. And I'm happy to be living in this change. So you do not have to, but it changed. Yeah.
So perspective is larger and bigger. Now, before marriage or before loving somebody, you're thinking only about yourself. But when now you're attached to somebody, you are now caring about that person as well, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So your liking and disliking is associated with the other person you have tied up with, after marriage or even before marriage, which you can call a love, right? So, yes.
Right. Nice. See, माँ का प्यार बच्चे के लिए भी प्यार होता है, लेकिन it's a different kind of love that totally compare on a totally different level. But this love that we're talking about, that is a companionship with the other person that you're going to spend life with. Brilliant. मानसी जी, आपसे एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सवाल पूछना चाहती हूँ मैं कि is romantic love is the most important love of all?
You mean to say a romance? Like the Yash Chopra?
Like romance in your life is the most important thing of all type of love.
I think yes. Most important, I don't know. I think as you age, your understanding towards romance also changes. So, if I was Sushma's age, my understanding of romance would be different. But at my age, it is a little different. So, romance also, I think, the way you want romance to happen also changes. So, but yes, it is, I think it is very important because romance has to be there and it has to be expressed. It cannot be, I think very important thing in my life is that you cannot just say that, okay, I love you and you understand that, unless the person, my partner, expresses that he loves me, then there is charm in it. But if it is not expressed properly, then I think it is very dry. So I don't like that dryness in a relationship. It has to be expressed nicely, and it can be different. When I was like in college, my idea of romance was, सभी को लगता होगा कि जो भी इंडिया से है कि यश चोपड़ा का जो रोमांस था फिल्मों का, वो टाइप का रोमांस हो, जैसे मैं प्लेन साड़ी पहनूं और फूलों में, ये सब तो वो एज में जब मैं कॉलेज में थी तभी लगता था. बट अभी इट इज चेंज्ड over a period of time. So it is more like, my cooking has to be appreciated. If I, now abhi aisa lagta hai ki main koi achhi saadi pehnu to husband ko appreciate karna chahiye. That kind of expression. Right. So expression has to be there. ऐसे मुझे ऐसे नहीं लगता, क्योंकि बहुत सालों के बाद ऐसे हो जाता है ना कि अरे उसमें क्या बोलना, तुम्हें तो मालूम है ना कि मुझे अच्छी लगती हो तुम, बट मालूम है बट बोलना भी तो चाहिए ना.
Right. You are saying basically कि clapping from both hands happen. एक हाथ से ताली बजती रहे तो वो तो सुनाई भी नहीं देती, समझ में नहीं आती, right? तो दिव्या जी, आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं, कुछ ऐड करना चाहते हैं इसमें?
मेरे हिसाब से रोमांस की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है, ट्रस्ट मी. एंड एज वी आर एजिंग, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि उस चीज़ को हर समय रिवाइव करना भी उतना ही ज़रूरी है. So we all should create some moments all the time in our life where we can have that, our time. क्योंकि पूरे टाइम तो हम बच्चों को घर में सारी activities, job, and we are so stuck with so many things, right? So I feel that we definitely need that touch of romance in our life where our life is revived all the time and we are once again attracted to each other the way we were when we were in college. We met and, just to keep, so इस चीज़ के लिए, I'll just add little bit. So my husband and I, when we were getting married, मुझे मेरे in-laws ने बोला था कि पैर छू के प्रणाम करो. And my husband was like, no, you always be my girlfriend. So I think we have continued that. and we still date each other. Kabhi office se nikal ke we go on a blind date as well. We pretend we have never met and all. So I think we are doing a good job on that, and I believe we all should do that. It doesn't matter kitne problems in life mein, but we can get that 10 minutes for ourselves every day.
Very nice. Ashish ji, आपने सबसे craziest thing क्या किया है to be a romantic husband? आज सारी पोल खोलते हैं.
Sure. Yeah, I still remember, when I was in India, one time we had a fight, a drastic fight, me and my wife. And
she was
next
the wife
morning,
that time?
Yes.
Okay.
It was definitely after marriage. And we fought on something specific to our anniversary, which was the next day. And I didn't know what to do, how to solve this, right? I just went to office next day morning and sent a big bouquet of flower to her. And she saw it. I was like in office. In the afternoon, I came back and she was so happy and everything sorted out. Now, since then till today, at every anniversary or every special moment, she basically expects me to do the similar thing, and and that's something I can't do, right? And that's where the situation comes when I try to tell her that, hey, things changed, the situation changed, the moment changed. And, according to that, we need to adjust our pattern of romance. But those are the things which I think the couple should understand and adopt as the time passes. I mean, there are so many things which I might have done when I was in college, when I was dating with my wife, now wife, but that time my girlfriend for 3 years, 4 years. But sometime in our conversation, those things comes back, and we try to do some of the stuff which is possible with kids and with a busy life. Yeah. So that's the definition. That's my definition of romance, and we still continue to do those stuff.
But Ashish, you're trying to encourage her to have a fight with you. You know that, right? If she needs a bouquet, she needs to fight. If that's the message you are sending.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just pulling your leg. So, Sushma, now you see there are experienced people talking about it, right? So, and what do you think? Are they doing it in the right way?
Are they doing what exactly in the right way? Sorry, so I get some clarity.
Like they're saying that being romantic is important to keep the warmth between two people who they have committed to each other for longest time, or looking for future to the longest time. And now they are also saying that they have done craziest thing when time comes. So what is your take? What do you think? Are they doing it in the right way? Do they not supposed to do it all the time and have their companion feel the loved all the time? Or they should do it occasionally?
So I think that's an interesting question, because it's occasionally and all the time in different ways, right? Like romance is it's a blurry word. Is romance bringing a bouquet of roses on Valentine's Day? Yes, that's romance. But I think romance can also be cooking someone a meal, bringing them coffee, making them breakfast, and all of those little things, dropping the kids off to school. That's romance in its own way. It's showing care.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't think that you can. I don't think you can say that, I need you to plan this date night, take me to a bar afterwards, and do this elaborate thing for that to be romance. That's an occasional thing. You do that on an anniversary or when you're celebrating. But day to day, if they love you, romance is shown in every way.
And in the many actions that you do on a daily basis. Very nicely said, Sushma. I'm very impressed that you said that, because I've been married for almost 23 years and now I'm learning my ways too. And millennials are the best way to learn. I'm having so much fun talking to you guys, and I can just sit all day and talk. But let's just change a little bit to the topic. Let's define love in 5 words. That shouldn't be too hard. So Ashish, I'm going to start with you.
Okay. So 5 words. I would say the definition of love is understanding, so understanding each other. Compromise, definitely at a certain extent. It doesn't mean the bad one, but the good one. Adoptability is the third one, which I would say you have to adopt good and bad with your partner to be in love, constant love. And the commitment would be the fourth one from my side. And the last one would be, I would say, faith or trust. Trust in each other. That would be the fifth one from my side. So these 5 words, the combination of 5 words would be a love for me.
That's so real. That's so real and very organic. Thank you so much, Ashish, for pointing out to these words. Excellent. Moving on to the next participants. Mansi ji, आप क्या कहते हो? आपके 5 शब्द जो love को define करते हैं?
I think Ashish kind of summed up everything.
Covered all of it.
Yeah, but let me give a different twist to it. For me, love, I think I would describe it as poetry. I would describe it as music, dancing. I would describe it as expression in your eyes. And I would describe it as a starry night.
Nice, very nice. Like you're talking about 2 people being real. Say it.
Yeah, I mean, Ashish spoke all the reality, right? I'm just giving it a dreamy angle to it.
You're giving wings
to
now
it. I'm just thinking, what should I say? Both have already covered everything.
Divya, you got a tough job. Let's do it, girl.
Oh my God, because, I was taking each and every point and I saw everything is covered. So, yeah, definitely for me, love, the first thing that comes is trust. That is very important. That's the basic foundation of any relationship where you trust, whether it's your friend, your husband, or your kids, or anyone, right? So trust is something that I really give most importance to. Then comes your support and encouragement. The partner should be supportive to each other, encourage them. Like, I know I quit my work for kids and how my husband was after my life, that it's your passion, why don't you start again? And more than me, he was worried that why I'm sitting at home. So he was very supportive that time. Another thing is listen. Everyone should have patience to listen to each other, because that's where many of the marriages, they take a backseat, because people are so busy among different scenarios that they don't have time to listen to each other. So it's very important to listen to each other. And then love for me is holding hands, singing our favorite Amitabh Bachchan songs at night when we have tucked our kids in. We sit, my husband will play guitar and I'll sit and I'll sing in my weird cracky voice, but I do sing. So yeah, that's all. Did I cover all 5? I don't know. But yeah, I think that's...
Who's counting? You took us away. Who's counting? Great. Very nice.
So, yeah,
very
I
organic
think
way
that's
to explain.
Love. Yes. Yes.
Good. Very good. So Sushma, it's your turn. Please tell us, what do you think about love in 5 words? How can you explain them?
Yeah, sure. I can give it a shot. In 5 words, I would say my first word would be like warmth. And by warmth, I mean just that person being your comfort zone, your safe zone. You have a bad day at work or whatever bad encounter, that they're kind of your home per se. Wherever they are is your home. The second word would be constant. To be a constant, you're forever in life, that you're not worrying like, where is this person going to go? Are they going to be there for me? Truly in sickness and in health. So that's like a constant. Compromise. I think someone already kind of touched on that, but that's definitely another one. Forgiving when they're wrong, saying sorry when you're not sorry, sometimes just to mend a fight. That's all compromise. If you come from different cultural backgrounds, meshing those 2 together is compromise. And then the fourth one would be equality, making sure you're equal partners and make equal decisions together. whether that's financial or just like personal, whether, one person wants to go bowling and the other person wants to go to a movie. Those little things, making you equal partners is also a part of love. And the other thing is not expecting anything in return when you do something. So it's like, I do a romantic thing for you. I should now not expect something in return.
Right. As I said, you clap from both hands. One hand can't do the job. So nicely said, Sushma. Very nice. I am thrilled to move further. Now I'm going to just ask you a very tricky question, and let's see how you answer it. One last question before we wrap up today's podcast. Question will be, what was that one thing change in you according to the person that you love? What did I change in myself according to the person I love? This one thing that I really changed and I recognize it.
That's a hard one.
I know. That was the idea.
I think the thing that's changed in me personally is just my positive outlook in life and my go-getter attitude after I met him. And I think that's what he would say also.
Oh, okay. Very nice. So you know him so well, you know his answers as well. Right. Mansi, what do you think? What is that one thing that you change in yourself for the person that you love?
I think I became more silent because otherwise, I used to talk a lot. But then, I also understood that silence is important because if you're silent, then if you keep talking, you cannot listen to anyone. So I thought about it, and then I went silent, and so that I could listen. So that is, I think, one change that I brought in myself.
Very sweet. That is a very good example between two people who they're living as a couple. Divyaji, what is your take on this? What is that one thing that you changed in yourself for the person that you love?
I started eating eggplant.
Oh,
I used to hate it. And I not only started eating it, I started cooking it. So that's a huge change. But yeah, keeping jokes aside, one thing that I think that has automatically changed. I did not change myself for it, but what changed it, I became more careful in my life for a few things. Like initially I was a very bindas and free soul. I would not care what things are, how to take care of things, or, but I started caring more for every small thing, that would either make me and my partner happy or give little, joy in our life, and taking care of his expectations as well along with mine. But that eggplant thing is very important for me, okay?
So you developed your taste for eggplant. Interesting,
oh my God,
very interesting.
Yeah.
आशीष जी, आपने अपने लाइफ में एक वो कौन सी चेंज लेकर आए हैं जो आपने चेंज किया अपने अंदर क्योंकि आप किसी को बहुत प्यार करते हैं?
Sure, Shweta. So that one thing which changed in me would be my patience level, and that's something I completely 100% give credit to my wife. She's so patient. She's so patient, and I was like so demanding, before get married and even before met her. I really, really admire that from her. Learned it and adopted in my life, and that's a beautiful thing. It changed my life. I'll tell you so many things like which I could have handled it differently without that much patience. And now with this patience level, it changed it. It changed my life, and it's a positive change. So yeah, that's the thing which I adopted.
Very nice, lucky wife, I must say. तो इसी के साथ आज का पॉडकास्ट हम यहीं पे खत्म करते हैं. Let's wrap it up. It was very, very, very interesting conversation. I enjoyed and I thoroughly appreciated all of you to come out, present your view, share your thoughts, share your opinions. It was very interesting, and for a lot of people will listen and learn from this. I myself learned one word that I will say, appreciate. That's one word is popping in my head when we are talking about love. Appreciate each other. I guess when you appreciate, everything else becomes easier. So thank you guys. Thank you Ashish ji. Thank you Divya ji. Thank you Mansi ji. Thank you Sushma.
Thank you
so much for giving us your time. We enjoyed talking and talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.